All right, Pot of Gold, welcome back. I'm Brett. I'm here with Mike. Grant, the intern, on the board. Mike is just emphatically waving off Grant already to start the show. Wonderful day. LSU beats Florida. What was it? 23-10? 20-10.
No,
20-10. That's it. Only 20.
I think we've scored 40 points this season.
60. No, we have scored exactly 60.
Okay, cool. Not enough. Not enough.
Hey, we're not starting the show like that.
Oh, come on.
We're not starting. Ask another question.
Let's go back. Hold on.
Yeah.
Ask another question.
No, exciting weekend. A lot to unpack this weekend.
Fun weekend of college football. Yeah. How about that defense?
That's what's up. The defense. I thought you were going to say, Mike, what's up? How's it going?
The defense.
The defense is going.
The defense
is up.
The D.
It's exciting, man. It is one of those. I don't listen. We've had time to process the past few days, so I'm not as upset at the offense. I'm looking at this as, wow, what a wonderful Saturday night in Death Valley for the fans, for the recruits, for the brand itself, for the coming out party of LSU defense being officially back. I don't think there's anyone questioning it anymore, whether or not Blake Baker has brought LSU's
Billy Napier
defense
sucks,
back.
Mike.
And he sucked even worse.
I'm not pushing Napier.
There is so much to talk about.
Jordy's punching air right now. Just like, fuck.
There is so much wonderful things to talk about this defense. And there's a lot of obvious takes, right? Not just takes, but observations that we certainly need to give credit to, like Deshaun Spears, like Pickett, like all the boys.
Yeah, we'll get
linebackers, all that good stuff.
The Monts.
We do need to address, because we're a podcast. We're not reporters. We're not Michael Cobble, and we're not talking to Brian Kelly. We will address the offense, and we're going to go into some of our concerns. But at the end of the day, we're 3-0.
Yeah, and look, man, I think everyone in this room, everyone listening, it can be frustrated with the offense. I think we finally got our answer to that on Monday, and that's that Garrett Nussmeier has been dealing with a torso injury.
All camp,
Mike. Had it for a while. We've been limiting his throws, but it was so obvious. We talked about it last week and maybe the week before that this offense is just not running any of the same plays they were running last year. Like, everything is super quick. It's like, are we protecting? No, we kind of thought it was maybe the knee was giving him more issues than anything. But
we talked about that throwing motion and the hesitancy to really use his body.
A lot of back foot throws. Mm-hmm. And it happened again against Florida, where it's just a lot of these, like, I'm not stepping into this thing. And I think it's just so obvious when you watch that first play or first pass or whatever of the game against La Tech, where it's just like running free. Garrett Nussmeier almost never underthrows a guy. Like, he's got the arm to get it out there. And that ball was so egregiously underthrown and a duck that it was just like, something feels off.
Folks, you can all rest assured and relax. He's fine.
Relax. He's fine.
There is no injury. Relax.
He's fine.
The reason we didn't relax is because we knew if there was any issue to Garrett Nussmeier, no matter how amazing this defense turns out to be, it'll be the same song and dance we said about the offense when Jaden Daniels was the quarterback and our defense sucked. It's all for naught.
Yep.
And if Nussmeier cannot perform, it's all for naught. We are not a great offensive line football team whatsoever. This O-line is pathetic. I will capitalize pathetic. Is there several guys that are really good? Tyree Adams is a dog. Braylon Moore is a dog. I think Thompson.
Liam Shanahan.
I think Josh Thompson, for the most part, has done enough to be effective. I think Paul Mubanga has had times where he looks good.
He's improving.
He's improving. Weston
improving.
Davis, you can count on one hand how many times it was like, oh, okay, that works. Other than that, it's misses. It is blatant misses. And it's not the fact that a couple of these guys aren't good. What my big issue is through 3 games is you can break down this film and you can see repeated issues, the same issues happening repeatedly. But none of these guys are ripping anyone's ass. Like, where is Tyree Adams getting in the face of his other tackle counterpart and being like, dude, step the fuck up. Stop with this swim move garbage.
But when it works, that little like slap down push is pretty tight.
But how many weeks? I totally understand that. But how many weeks is it going to take somebody to be like, yeah, this is what he does.
He's
so do this.
Yeah.
And like, it's over. What do you think Dylan Stewart's going to do at South Carolina? Like but it's not about just the technique. It's the accountability. It's the factor of, can we go back to the sideline and adjust? No, we're the same patty cake bullshit offensive line. Again, there is quite a few of those guys that are really good. Tyree Adams is a dog, but we need a leader on the offensive line. We need what the defense has right now at every level. We need one of those attitudes to find a spark on this offensive line, because it's not happening with Nuss right now, because Nuss is in his head. He's worried about his injury. He's trying to control too much, and he can't rely on his offensive line to, one, give him time. And when they do give him time, he's seeing ghosts. He's throwing too fast. He's not making his reads. That is a lack of rhythm, and I think it's a lack of leadership on the offense right now, and it starts with the O-line.
I mean, obviously, I agree. It would be nice if Emory Jones would have stuck around. I think that solves a shit ton of the.
You're not going to see Weston Davis on punt chasing down somebody and destroying them on a tackle like Emory did. He'll destroy Brian Kelly on the sideline, though.
No, look, it's obviously, you have the ability to see the offensive line way better than I can. I mean, but it's pretty obvious.
Not hard.
It's pretty obvious. That's what I'm saying. It's pretty obvious that like, it's just not working out. And there's plays that are almost there. That's like, oh man, if this one guy makes a play, but it's like, yeah, that's football.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole idea of football.
Correct.
And
just like Perkins, quote unquote, giving up the big play that was called back for a holding on Guillory. That's going to happen. And are we going to criticize Harold Perkins ever? Probably not.
Never.
Dude's incredible. I wouldn't trade him for any other player to replace him. I wouldn't want Jim Coyley going out there because Harold Perkins gave up a touchdown.
Why couldn't we fucking put him at the Star last year?
Major Burns just had like that. Listen, man, I know we get so caught up in the whole, like, oh, we're just armchair quarterbacks, but like there are some things that are so glaringly evident that every now and then taking a step out of the bubble of that operation of football ops, it might help from time to time to be like, yeah, maybe they're right. Not that they need to listen to us, but like at some point, not fixing this offensive line is going to bite you in the ass.
Well, I literally couldn't tell you the last time that I thought our offensive line is fucking sick. Not 2019. I think Joe Burrow hit a ton of issues of that 2019 offensive line. Like, I don't remember a time.
23 was okay. The freshman year of Will Campbell and Emory Jones. I feel like that line was but their next year.
We haven't had a Les Miles
but
offense.
Jaden also, again, Jaden hides a lot of those things of whiff blocks and just like
I get it.
The tackle or the guard not being able to block anyone.
It starts with them. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of like, well, none of our running backs are any good, like all that talk, because I do think
we had Josh Williams for that stretch.
I do think our running backs are good enough. I do think Caden Durham is fast. I think he is hesitant because he doesn't trust the offensive line, and we're a step too slow of hitting holes, of trusting. He is running. He is automatically cutting, like doing cutbacks, because he doesn't trust that the hole on the play side will actually ever develop. And I don't blame that 100% on Caden Durham. It starts up front.
Yep. Be
consistent, be in a rhythm, and then those running backs will come around.
I agree. And I feel like it is very close to time to talk about the Brian Kelly press conference after the game.
Oh, we're diving right in.
But
I thought we were going to talk about Russ Callaway.
No, however, since Grant kind of had it up on the screen, what are we doing with targeting?
The same thing we've been doing every year. And no one cares. No one fixes it. No one says anything. It's throwing out. If you can just one drive in, throw out an all-American linebacker over a non-flagrant, not malicious hustle play. Both Weeks brothers were thrown out of this game for their hustle. One was a penalty. The other ran through his legs. Like, I'm serious.
But he needs to be tougher on that. I have a note in my notes.
Absurd.
He can't be
absurd.
He can't be crying on the sideline because of his calf.
Brother,
He thought he was done.
That's the passion I'm talking about. It was my brother went down over a bullshit penalty, and now I just went down.
Now
it might
you
just
throw
be
this shit on me.
It's
Can't be crying.
Listen, he's crying because it's 1-0.
Can't be
They're not
crying.
worried about next week. They're not planning anything other than winning tonight's game. So the fact that he couldn't go back in for another quarter was like life ending to him. That's the passion we need from fucking Weston Davis.
No, I'm just messing. But the easy solution is obviously, and everyone's been talking about it, is like the way that basketball does it with a flagrant one and like this is not a flagrant foul. You can penalize him, right? I would accept
it's the easiest take
by
that
the
everyone's been floating
definition,
around. You need
but
flagrants.
you can review it and
It's a basketball penalty.
there was no malicious intent there,
But
to destroy the guy with his head.
It's a
You know,
lawsuit
he didn't
issue.
launch
I
necessarily.
get it, but I feel like you're also just giving the refs too much leeway to make decisions. Like there was literally zero intent. If you go launching at a dude's head to like hit him like the football we grew up of Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu, like trying
We're
to
not even
deeply-
it's not even
But
close.
they're
Kick 'em out.
looking at the number of concussions, and they've seen that since we've changed the rules, you know, a lot of factors have contributed to that, but they've come down. So they're not planning to change it entirely.
And that's fair.
That's why I think you can
it.
have a little bit of both. You can eject a guy if he straight up spears a quarterback.
How do
with
you
his
want him
head.
to tackle right
That's and I
No,
think,
that's what I'm saying. There was
Brian-
nothing he could do.
Brian
but it's-
Kelly answered it perfectly. He said, "I don't know how else to teach him.
Like, what are you supposed to do?
What do
Turn
I? What
and
do
do
I
it.
teach
There's
him to
there's
do?
nothing he could do. What I'm saying is the way
So
that the
it
rules
shouldn't be a rule. If you can't
But
explain,
he hit him with his he led with the crown of his helmet.
Not
That's the
really.
definition of the rule.
no, he didn't.
It was
spear him.
helmet.
He
No,
went
no,
to
I
his
didn't say
chest.
it. It was helmet to watch the replay. It's helmet to helmet.
There's no helmet to helmet, any of that. It's crown. It's if the
That's-
crown at any point touches the other.
That's
helmet.
what it was.
I understand, but you know how hard they had to zoom in and stop and review to
I
even
agree.
find that.
And so everyone in the country, every SEC, Big Ten should do it like the ACC does it, and you should
Let
have
them
to
listen.
live stream.
Did you
And-
see that this weekend?
No,
Dude, the ACC, you literally go picture in picture to like the
Any
rules
replay.
officials, and they're like, "Yeah, Brian, we see them stepping out on the 42
I meant to
here."
send
Like
that.
they're talking. You
The,
know,
re-
we
the,
hear
the
nice,
head
nice.
ref is on
oh,
the
we
sideline.
need that hardcore.
The ACC. What was that? What game was that on?
It was the
11
Georgia Tech.
Yeah, the
probably.
Georgia Tech game. Anytime there's a replay, the head ref is under the little thing, and you can hear him talking to the guy in whatever town he's in, and he's like, "Now go to this angle real quick."
Yeah.
Okay, no,
It's
he's
really
really
cool.
he's kind of out about like you're literally listening. The announcers
nice.
are not talking.
Yeah. I saw on Twitter like week 1 or week 2 that was happening, but I didn't actually get eyes on it until that. I think it was the Clemson game. But I don't know, man. It just sucks. And I'm trying to.
I love how they keep him roaming
much-
the sideline, though.
Oh yeah. Well, and
That's a rule
Brian
change.
Kelly, like you could read his lips. He's like, it's over now.
Yeah.
Like you have to be in the moment. And I think, having a guy like Weeks on the sidelines, rah-rah and everything, chasing down everybody who has a pick running towards the end zone. Like,
But
it's
when you
great.
see this diaper-filled, just trot, and you're like, you're done.
Oh,
Like there's nothing, and that sucks. It's a hustle play. It's egregious. It's ridiculous. I'm all for everyone is all for protecting players. No one's sitting here being like, man, I want Ray Lewis football back. Okay, cool. That's never going to happen. Can we at least have some discretion
Like
about the game of football?
So the only other option Weeks has on this is to try to blow the dude's knee out.
Correct. Just
Yeah.
like was it Marcel Brooks that year where he blitzed and they called a roughing or like because
Yeah.
he hit him like below the
Yeah.
waist. But you have to literally
I think that was the Florida game.
probably
Maybe
I mean,
not.
there was no worse one than Devin White. That
well
one
for
was
sure,
bad.
but
But this one, it obviously hurt. The timing of it was obviously the worst it could possibly be.
But it's
We've
a
lost our
runner.
best
It's a
player of the
runner.
game 2 weeks in a row on the first drive of the game.
there's,
like if
on
he's
both
going up
sides
for
of
a
the ball.
pass right there and Weeks takes his head off like that, of course.
No, I
there's
100%.
nothing more frustrating in the world for them to be like, hey, we're going to review for possibly the biggest play of this game. Here's a Burger King commercial.
Here's that was kind of crazy. Here's
That and like these types of calls now are just like, yeah, but what does the rule book say? Because we can't like give our own opinion on this because our opinion of this is it's a football play. But unfortunately, we have to define, did the crown hit? If it did, penalty.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
So
It's not as easy as a fucking fumble or like a catch. And they can't get that right.
Yeah, I was going to say, we don't know what a catch is either, Michael.
the crazy thing is my cousin was at the game and he said we didn't see a single replay
I
of the
heard that,
ejection.
Yeah.
He's like, and I was like, probably because they didn't want fans throwing stuff on the field, because if they would have saw it, they would have absolutely lost their minds that early in the game. I mean, I'm sure the fans were losing their minds, but if they didn't get a replay, they have no idea how bad the call actually was.
Yeah, they didn't want stuff on the field.
And I'm not saying that, like, I'm not agreeing with the call. I'm saying that by definition, they could have called this by replay, right? They slowed it down. That's exactly what happened here. In the future, you can't eject him. You can throw the flag if you're going to keep a targeting to protect people. Again, there's nothing else he could have done, but it happened. Throw the flag. That's it. If they leave their feet, if they spear, if there's whatever in malicious intent, I get it. But this was absurd.
I think Richard Dixon on the post game had like the perfect take of like kicking guys out of these type of games. It's like, these are the games you live for. Like he says,
he only gets 12.
When we get together with my buddies, like we still talk about the Florida game.
Yeah.
We still, and like these are those moment games that you spend months and months in the off season building up to these LSU Florida's, LSU Bama games, and to just like take that game away from this dude who's never going to play. You know, I'm assuming he's never going to play against Florida again in his career.
No.
It's like, I don't know. It's super frustrating.
He went out with a bang. Can we talk about who replaced him?
Yeah, I was about to say, let's talk about the fact that, first off, his brother only played 3 quarters.
But immediately Devon Keys comes in and dominates.
Instantly.
The play recognition.
And you've been saying it all week, the last few days. It's like, shout out West Weeks also.
Oh my God.
Because the improvement he made from what we saw limited last year to this year, it's like the whole offseason, I'm like, yeah, I get it. We got his brother, but like, is that the best linebacker we can put out there? And he's been awesome all season.
You remember that big ugly we played against Clemson in the national championship?
Stauskas,
whatever.
Oh yeah,
I think I just pulled that out of my ass.
The mean
Nick Stauskas, maybe
intimidating linebacker that I think he got thrown out for targeting.
He did.
Yeah. So like hoping for that type of middle linebacker, like I feel like that's what West Weeks is turning into, where he's that thumper in the middle, but he can also go all out and stretch the perimeter. All of a sudden he's fast. Like West Weeks is hauling ass right now.
He's also definitely going to catch us a penalty for just standing over dudes and screaming after every tackle.
Both of them. And it's amazing. It's such a breath of fresh air from what we've been seeing. And it's some of the same guys. It's West Weeks developing. It's Whit Weeks turning a corner. It is this defensive line, Jacoby and Guillory just mauling somebody with a bull rush and just grabbing Lagway like a doll.
You're seeing the Damon Clark effect across the board.
Yeah,
from Blake Baker.
100%.
Damon Clark was a guy that we were like, God, this dude's like Damon Clark. We got to find a replacement for him. You know, hangs out with Baker for a while, kind of learns what he's doing, turns into an elite linebacker. We're seeing that kind of like across the board under Baker.
So Keys comes in.
Was I right? James Stauskas. I was close.
Skalski.
I think Nick Stauskas was the old like Illinois shooting guard or something back in the day. Chip in the chat's probably got my back.
The fact that this guy comes in, obviously he played
Mike Hunt. What up, boys?
He plays a little bit last season. Obviously has a really nice interception. Had a pick 6 to close out the year. Keys we're very excited to see, right? Weeks is clearly the start of the Weeks brothers, right? But Keys comes back in after his absence, and the play recognition, the lack of hesitancy, there is no second guessing.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm going to go full speed and destroy someone while I'm wrong.
But I think that's how the whole team's playing.
They're
All our DBs jump everything. And it's going to bite us in the ass, but I don't fucking care.
But we're coming up with it.
This is the most like aggressive, especially secondary, probably defense, but like literally jumping everything. Are you going to get fucked on a double move every once in a while and give up a touchdown? Sure, you have to hope that Nussmeier and fucking millions of dollars worth of receivers can pick up for that every once in a while. But it's like and I think Blake Baker does an incredible job of like simulating pressure, bringing it elsewhere. It's really, really fun to watch. I caught myself. I have to like catch myself because forever for the last few years I'll watch the replays on YouTube, and when we get to defense, I'm like, I'm just gonna kind of skip this. Like, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, we know
I have
score.
to catch myself because it's fucking fun
awesome
to watch.
Listen, Patrick Payton is everywhere. Pyburn is everywhere.
I'm so glad you mentioned Payton because I agree.
Dominic McKinley is everywhere.
Playing hard.
Dude, Ahmad Bro's everywhere.
Gooden is everywhere.
Guillory.
I think
Guillory is so. I mean, Gooden
is
so fast.
So fast.
Guillory's, I think, holding his own down there
1,000%.
No, yeah,
but I think the guys are they're all. Someone misses a tackle on like a swing pass. There's 3 guys behind him swarming to make the play.
It's yes, and I kind of like thought about this,
including
watching the
D-line,
including.
It's crazy to see when it's like, oh shit, broken play, and I get they threw the touchdown from the holding, but like throw that out the window.
Right.
All these like, oh shit, broken play, or like we didn't recognize the screen. It goes for like 12 yards. It goes for like 8 yards. There's just none of these massively explosive, huge busts, and the safeties are nowhere to be found. And Sage Ryan's running behind. Like, it just doesn't happen.
Sure, tacklers, aggressive to the football.
By far the best tackling team that we've had in a while.
And also, Cooley in space, anywhere. He's a missile. His open field tackling.
We're probably going to miss him for targeting every once in a while because he goes 1,000%.
And he's high too. Like, he's just in your face.
But
like,
I love it. It's not the like, oh shit, I'm the last line of defense. It's like, I'm destroying this guy.
He's going to give all the effort possible.
It's so fun
I don't remember having 2. Like, I feel like him and Halsey are like 1A and 2A.
Halsey's
like,
really
so
there's
good.
both of those dudes are so good. I don't remember the last time we've had like Delp. I don't know.
You're not popping a runoff up the middle.
In 19, who is
Halsey's going to come down and never let you pass the linebacker.
He plays with such instinct. Like, it's I don't know, man. But
they can do both. They can tackle and cover. Like,
really interested to see how the defense matches up against Ole Miss, who
but
you would say is like a high-powered offense. But man, it's just so fun to watch.
But and then you still have Perkins, who almost came up with an interception. Right, is in the backfield every time they try to get him in the backfield.
It's the closest to Tyrann Mathieu we've had.
But
he's just always lurking,
and he's playing so free. Mansour Delane coming in there. The corners blitz all night. You never know if a corner's blitzing because it's going to happen at least 5 times.
I feel like you never know. Yeah, I mean, obviously DJ Pickett's a stud. Delane almost picked off one.
Delane's just locked out.
Yeah, he's just like he's a Derek Stingley. Like, just don't throw that way.
And here's the other point, real quick, is that these teams were not prepared to go against this defense. No one believed this.
Yes.
Right. The only people that were hearing about this is fans that were locked into LSU fall camp that believed Blake Baker year 2 could turn a corner.
That believed that Gooden was unblockable.
Right. Like Billy Napier all offseason wasn't planning for, AJ Halsey and Jack Pyburn.
Dabo definitely wasn't planning for him. He knew he was out.
So it's going to get harder is what I'm saying. Like, eventually we are going to find teams that have had time now to prepare and are going to take advantage of our aggressiveness and also play a different style of football and offense and know that they need to at least get something going because LSU can't move the football right now effectively. So if we can take advantage of some of these weaknesses on defense, which they'll find eventually. I mean, hell, Whit Weeks was thrown out the first drive. Like, that's not the last time we're going to lose key pieces. Now, the good thing about it is some of these backups are dogs and they're all playing a lot and we might not have a big drop off.
I never know who's on the defensive line, and it doesn't matter who's on the defensive line because they're always in the backfield.
Yeah,
but we change it up too. We go 4 D linemen to 3 D linemen to 2 D linemen and Perkins and 3 safeties, 3 cornerbacks, 2 safeties, 2 linebackers. Like, the combinations of personnel that's out there is almost like an offense.
It's so
where
fun
you
to
have
watch.
11, 12, 13. Like, we are changing, just rolling in so many
and
guys.
They're not messing around anymore, right? Like, hey, Gilbert, love you, but like, you'll come in certain situations.
Stamps, love you.
Stamps, love you. But like,
Stamps, I'm not so sure.
But so that's what I was going to say earlier when we were talking about Burns. I feel like we tried to play favorites.
Yeah.
Early on in these past couple years of defense.
Josh Williams.
Where exactly. No, defensively specifically, we tried to play fit like
he's a senior.
What's his name? 18. Who was the linebacker?
Penn.
Greg
you think West Weeks wasn't better than Greg Penn?
Right. Now West Weeks was hurt, But I just like guys like that, and I don't, we're obviously not playing favorites. We're playing guys that can play and they're all playing.
And everybody eats. Like everybody's, and I know it's like, yeah, maybe Deshaun Spears. It's like it does probably suck that they brought in 2 dudes to replace you and you only got 10. But like you keep doing what you're doing.
Guy next
he's arrived.
year.
He's
Obviously
arrived.
he bought in
Yeah.
and was locked in and treated it like he was a starter, took advantage of his reps, and when his time came, he made plays and he's going to play more.
He's going to play now. And guess what? He's going to play more and more and more,
which is great. Give Coolio series off.
Well, if
give
you have,
Halsey a
but
2
even
play break.
playing 3 safeties,
that's where he's been in on.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like the versatility of all of those guys, they're not just like these up, down, like downhill run stuffing safeties. Like these guys are like their coverage skills.
They can do both.
Spears is very fast. Anyway, then you move into next season, and Spears is a now veteran, talented safety. Right.
Probably like a preseason
that's locking
all
it
SEC
down
guy.
with a stud and DJ Pickett on one corner.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting. On the way over, I listened. Spears did the player media availability today, and someone asked him about Harold Perkins. He was like, I mean, y'all, you see what I see. He's like, lives up to that number 7. I hope I get that number 7 one day. And I was like, that
keep doing
fucking
that
ride.
shit.
Like, yeah, if you're gonna be ball hawking and like you're this bought in, like I agree with you.
Yeah, compete for it. And that's awesome. And he has arrived. And that the development of him in any other year, right? You would have been like, oh, that safety's going to transfer, big 5-star coming in from Denham Springs, whatever. And now he's got to sit behind another crew after you just had Gilbert come in and start over him. Like, but now he's shown up. He had 2 picks. One of them was an electric pick 6 that sparked that fan feeling of just like, that's what I've been missing.
That's our defense.
Yeah. That's what I've been missing watching this team for a few years.
That's what we grew up watching is dudes like jumping balls and housing defensive touchdowns and all that stuff. So I agree.
What's crazy is on that play, I think that was the interception that he was throwing it at Pickett, who was in coverage. And like at the snap, you're like, oh shit, the guy kind of has Pickett beat. And then in 2 of his strides, which is probably like 20 feet, he's like, he would have picked it off if
I love how he explained it. He's like, I've been watching film on that. Like I knew.
That's what I'm saying. There's not a, oh shit, what if I'm wrong?
Yeah. I trust it. I'm there.
Yes.
And that's the lack of hesitancy, right?
That's confidence. That's coaching.
We don't have that on offense right now. We're so hesitant.
It's the exact opposite.
I was about to say it's the opposite because Kelly made the comment, I think it was in the presser yesterday, where he said, I'll give you an example. We were watching film and Florida only got into a 3-man front 4% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
They ran 54% of the time against us in a 3-man front. That's coaching. He goes, and it's like, yeah, you weren't prepared.
But here's the thing
they saw the 3-3 stack.
Here's the thing that gives me hope with this is that we're so close.
Yeah.
And if all it is trusting yourself and committing to the execution of that play.
Yeah.
Then we're going to make it. Like we're going to figure it out. It's not an issue of these guys are just getting overpowered.
Right.
These guys cannot make the play. They can make the play. They're just not on the same page at all. Nussmeier, like the fact that Nuss, that first drive with his little sissy throw that got batted down, that lack of poise of like, I'm going to make this a creative little toss up, but just like the little throwaway. And then several times, Nuss would throw the ball and he's not on the same page with his receivers. Aaron's running a different route. Juwan Johnson's not settling in the zone. He did it to Aaron Anderson twice. Aaron also dropped a beautiful pass. And then like Caden Durham on the first drive. I think that was it right there. He doesn't get to the sticks.
Yeah, I mean, run the 3rd down to Bauer Sharp.
Get to the sticks and turn around and catch
Bauer's
the ball.
On the outside.
And so you could see that when Durham ran off the field, like Kelly and Frank Wilson were in his face a little bit. And it was like, dude, you got to get to the first down marker if you're gonna do a curl, right? If you're gonna do a comeback and Nuss is getting the ball up pretty quickly, you got to get there. Anyway, Bauer Sharp not getting that first down, thinking that he had the speed to turn the corner there when 2 guys had angles on him.
Get up the field.
Just plant your foot and use that 6'5", 2 whatever frame and get a yard.
Shout out to our punter.
Chadwick looks great.
Dude's got a boost. Sometimes he kicks it a little too far.
The coverage is amazing. Chris Hilton found his job.
Again.
His dad does not like that, though.
But we're not throwing the ball deep. That's Chris's play.
I get it.
You've proven that you can't catch screens. You're going to fumble it in the most important times of the game.
I have belief that this offense will figure some things out. Hopefully, this Nuss injury is something that, a bye week can kind of heal.
Well, breaking news. Grant let us know today. What was it? You can say it.
You're talking about on offense?
Yeah.
This right here? Yeah, I think sources are saying that Colin Hurley's starting on Saturday, and we're letting us heal his abdomen.
So explain what you did here today.
I think he just saw a tweet and was like, I think this means Colin Hurley started.
He tweeted a picture of himself walking out, on the field.
Is that in response to Peyton Houston? You come for my job, motherfucker?
I think it's in a response to what our game plan is this week.
So it's my time. Be ready. You think it's, hey, we're game planning as normal, but after practice, Sloan went up to him and said, be ready.
Yeah. And so
he
went
to Twitter.
I need to tweet a picture of myself to make it look as though like I still know what I'm doing back here.
So you feel like that's more likely compared to Colin Hurley. Colin Hurley was taking all the first team snaps at practice today.
Right. Yeah. I think they split snaps today.
Yeah. I think
it was load management today. Actually.
Listen, we've heard a lot about load management. We have tried to do load management in the middle of the games, and it's not working. We've had to rely on our defense. We need to, against Southeastern, get our backup quarterbacks going. Get them to move the football. I guarantee you they can move the ball a little bit better through the air than Nuss being injured again. Like, I would rather them attempt that than Nuss continue to put stress on this. Whatever it is, he is not the guy right now. Nussmeier is in his head.
Follow the mantra of let's play to win the game and just play to win the game against Southeastern. Without your guys. With Braylon Moore, doesn't need to play. Trades Green doesn't need to play.
Oh, no, he's not playing.
But what I'm just saying, like, let those guys not play.
if West suiting up for Southeastern,
if Wes Weeks doesn't need to play
with you.
Don't let him play. And then at that point,
manage is a big game coming up.
Manage Southeastern to win the game. You don't need to cover, even though, again, back to, do we want to go through
great cover by LSU?
Do we want to go through Brian Kelly's presser?
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
I did.
Shout out to the fans.
Yes.
That environment was electric. And I don't know, maybe it was the light show, but something about it,
the wristbands,
it looked great. The crowd was in it, but absolutely shout out to the fans. The false starts, the delay of games, the
Lagway looked
absolutely rattled. That is the type of energy that brings you back to the golden era, to the good old days. They're back again, right? You've reinstated a new chapter in it. Congratulations. Hopefully we keep it going the rest of the year.
Yeah, Pyburn did play fullback on the last play, the last third down of the game.
He did.
I love it. He said Kelly said he probably will.
Yeah, because did you see the last play of the game?
Did you see it?
We can,
your mic's
we can run the football.
Are you now say something?
We can run the football.
Yeah. All right, we're back.
Yeah. So, and he had a great block.
While y'all talk about that, ramble on. I got to get another shot of wild turkey.
Oh,
he had a great block on that.
So, after the game, I find myself always wanting to listen to the post-game press conference, get a little pulse of the nation while I'm flipping through for other games and stuff. And I'm refreshing YouTube and I see Brian Kelly press conference starts up. Like, perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. I click on it. I'm like 45 seconds behind when it starts. I'm like, let me scrub back a little bit here just to get the full experience, hear it. And immediately it just, he gives off his little intro, opens up questions. Michael Cobble just fires off. So why does the offense suck? And Brian Kelly goes berserk. And at first I'm like, oh, haha.
I wanted you to fill mine.
It's like, guys, I'm like, guys, you might want to keep an eye on this. This clip's going to go viral to holy shit, guys, you have to get in this live stream now. And I mean, I know that everyone listening here knows exactly what the press conference, what happened in the press conference, but I legitimately think Brian Kelly might have had a little minor head injury from getting absolutely demolished by Weston Davis on the sidelines.
When the game first ended and the field reporter went up to him and said, Coach Kelly, you have a championship level defense. Like, what do you need to do to get the offense to championship level. And like before she could even finish the sentence, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't. And at that point, I'm like, oh shit, he's feeling it. Like he's feeling the pressure right now. And
I love that he's also like man in the arena. Like, hey, emotions are running
for
hot,
sure.
boys.
Getting taken out left and right by the refs, by
every week
being body slammed by Weston Davis. Like we shit on Davis all pod, but like you go against Brian Kelly,
you're winning that.
You're winning that battle as you're you're tangled up with the biggest defensive lineman for Florida.
But
so like, yeah, it's man in the arena.
He's trying to call it.
He's trying to call a timeout.
Could you imagine if we didn't get the timeout?
He fucking goes horizontal, dude. He would have been in Hankton's ass if we didn't get that timeout in.
You know, he's gotten in a lot better shape since he left Notre Dame.
He looks good.
He would not be as able to like rebound like this if he had not gotten on like a strict diet.
He took a tumble. Like there's like for week 1 was a tumble. That was he got rocked.
All right,
let's listen. Just recap those years.
That's okay. Hello.
Yeah.
All right.
No, we weren't.
No.
That's where you lost me.
Yeah, that was it. That's all you need is not. You just need one.
This man's concussed.
We're 17-1.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's that shirt?
Hey,
he's the worst dressed coach in America.
Austin Thomas dresses him. I was so glad he followed it up with something because he kept saying micro without following it up with anything.
He couldn't come up with analyzing. Look,
micro dosing.
He wanted to say
so out of
so
luck.
bad. Micro penising.
You little small dick little.
That's exactly what he kept catching himself.
Look,
you know his son would say that. What's his son's name again? Kyrie's.
No, it's
Colby.
Yeah.
I said it on Twitter, but like I cannot express the amount of respect I have for Michael Cobble after getting it, like Brian Kelly getting in his ass, being like, why do you suck on third down? Like, what a fucking bravo, like, response to that. And again, I think it is completely fair for Brian Kelly to be pissed off that you win a game and the first question is why does your offense suck? I think that is fair. I think the question should be asked. And I think it deserves, like, I think the media, air quotes here, is like not doing their job if they don't ask that question. You just can't ask it first.
No, but as a reporter,
5 interceptions, coach. How's that feel?
No, but where he's a fan. So in his head, as a reporter and also a massive fan, he is already thinking like, hey, we're number 1. So like, why can't we run the football? Because if you don't figure this out, we don't win this national championship. I have already written up. Right. And it's not a question about Florida. It's not a question about did we do what it takes to win this game. We're in this mindset of 1-0. The reporters aren't.
Yeah.
They're in the mindset of,
I look at it differently.
Yeah, like we're making the playoffs this year. We're gonna have to fix this running game, but or we're not doing anything this year.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so while Brian Kelly is locked in the locker room, our reporters are locked in the outside world where like those are our expectations. So Brian Kelly scripted that response.
Yeah, I think that's a good response for the locker room.
Until Cobble battled.
Yeah.
And that's when he was thrown off.
I
was not prepared for this.
He thought he was going to stop right there.
He thought
Next question.
Yeah. And he was just like, did you see the last play?
The best thing was the fact that the rest of the presser, he keeps saying,
great question. That's what I'm saying. He was fucking concussed.
At that point, he lost it.
Yes.
And at that point is when he, in his head, he was like, this program is way more pressure than Notre Dame.
We haven't seen
at this point in his tenure. It's different, right?
He's like,
now.
I thought I would be cruising at this point.
Yeah, we beat Florida.
Yeah, and like I got to step it up apparently
by 10.
That is just so far from what we've seen from Brian Kelly since the moment he got here. It's not even fucking close. He's been the chummiest guy with the media on the planet.
Yeah.
And to a fault, I think.
But or is it a panic?
I think
the flip side to this is he's freaking out because the offense sucks.
Yeah, I think there is some of that. Like, I'm not gay, you're gay.
Yeah. My father's gay.
My father's gay. Not there's anything
There's
wrong
nothing
with
wrong
that.
with that.
But I mean, it's true. It was a very defensive. And look, I think that he gets a little win in the locker room with that of like going to battle for your guys and everything. And again, I think you're right. When we got off script, when we got a couple extra questions in there.
That's when shit hit the fan.
I mean, guys, we're 17-1 at night.
But fuck,
and
man.
he had to look over at what's his face. He looked over at Barnett. He's like, that's right.
17.
Yeah, 17.
I'm telling you.
That's my program, not this team. But I'm 17-1.
I think he had his bell
This
rung
year.
a little bit.
We're 17-1. What do you
but-
want?
Yeah, you just totally lose me when you're like, did you see the last play of the game? It's like we had 7 fucking options to put that game away on third down and didn't get any of them except for that last one.
Here it is. Why didn't he score? God,
I don't
Because
know.
Kermani McClain is like the fastest guy in college football outside of our 3
but dude, look at
receivers.
this block by Pyburn.
I
mean,
will
Look where he
say-
comes from. This is not a slow Durham
no, I know.
situation.
I agree. He had a great angle.
I-
Pyburn's block here, perfect.
It looks great.
Can we start doing that
Let's
shit
do
again?
that a little bit more because they all went inside. Everyone slanted inside because we never do anything else. So, like, yeah, that's a great play call. Change it up a little bit, but that's not the norm. Like,
Where
what do you-
did they draw this up on the sideline?
I'm sure. I'm sure I'm sure at some
There's
point.
no way they've been practicing.
I'm sure at some point they called up to their run game coordinator, Alex Adkins, and said, "Hey, you got something else?"
Anything else, buddy?
We gotta close this thing out.
Yeah, let's put Pyburn at fullback.
He wears a fullback number and he's white. Let's
Just
put
get
him
him in
back
his,
there.
just get everybody in a stance and go man on man.
I
and
just
see what
imagine
happens. It's like, oh, touchdown.
Bauer Sharp and Pyburn are like the Bash brothers from Mighty Ducks 2, just like in the locker room, face painting up before the
Smelling
game.
salts.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, with the Weeks brothers.
I feel like
All of
I
them.
was
Dude.
going somewhere and I forgot where we were going. and
I
that's
did cut
fine.
you off about Little Weeks.
I was about to
Earlier.
say Little Weeks. He played the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was awesome. Tylen Singleton did as well.
and he didn't-
rotated.
And he didn't. I think that's who he came in. Singleton. There was 8 minutes left in the third when what's his name went out, when his brother went out.
Mhm.
And then Singleton came in, and then Weeks came in the fourth and played the entire fourth. And he didn't do anything like change the game. You know, he blitzed most of the time, I'm sure, because that was just the easiest thing to tell him to go and do.
Mhm.
But like he was out there, and we got stops while he's on the field. That's big.
To start, I was trying to remember what was the quote from the start of the press conference that stuck in my head, and you just reminded me of it because he did come in chummy. If you start that thing from the beginning and listen to his opening statement, he's like,
yeah.
they kick 1 week's out,
Yeah,
the other one, we got a third.
Yeah.
And I
not
was
sure if he
like-
knew what he was doing, but
But I was like, oh, it was the
Can't
most.
even find the Cox building.
I mean, yeah, that was just that was a throwback to a Les Miles. Like that's the press conferences I used to somehow find back in the day of a hammer and the nail.
Yeah,
I
he-
feel much differently.
Did
Yeah,
Weeks' dad
he-
get on the sideline?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
while his son was
Oh, that's right.
crying.
He was crying. Yeah.
Yeah.
1-0.
Yeah. No, so you actually, that's a great point. Kelly ended that game like, phew.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
we
telling
lost
you.
all these Weeks brothers.
He got
we
his
got
goal
this.
rolling.
We couldn't run the ball, but hey, we did it.
We got
This
it.
is-
Our punter showed out.
This is a 100% Les Miles. What a game!
Yes. Like
Because I remember when we won, we were like, we were supposed to kill this team. like, what are we talking about?
no, it had that like you don't know what you're gonna get when Les strolls into the post game.
But
Yeah.
this is also another
What a game.
couple quarters. I mean, the entire last game.
Oh, the volume was down. I was hoping I just
Oh,
picked the
I
what
don't
a
think
game.
it- I don't
It's
think we
not on
have
there
it anymore.
What a game.
I don't feel like we were ever going to lose that game.
No, I agree. Look,
No.
As bad as we played, I was like, we're gonna
No,
win.
no. I take that back. When Nuss threw that pick,
that
my
was
stomach and like there was still 10 minutes left,
yes.
and I'm like, whoa, like this is
How embarrassing.
A&M.
How embarrassing is it going to be to have 5 interceptions and lose the game?
Yeah,
That would have been rough.
no, and I get it. It would have been a long shot, but it was not outside of the realm of possibility in my head.
But you just have to make
Dude.
one play
Yeah.
at that point. Then your defense
Yeah.
gets a stop and you can kick a field goal. Like it's just.
But like, how many times are you going to get the favor of a turnover and not be able to capitalize on it?
Yeah.
This game should have been like 34.
I mean, it's 13 points from the offense. I know that's the easy thing to say, but it's like, it's like you see 20 and you're like, okay, this wasn't even 20.
Yeah. But the drive that we did score with Xavier Thomas was like the most beautiful
Yeah.
drive.
The same
Good
thing
drive.
against Clemson. It's
Yeah.
like one drive happens. You're like, fuck yeah, man. We kind of figured it out. We've settled into this game,
Yeah.
and then it never happens
again. We just start getting a little too cute. And all of a
Yes.
sudden we're just like,
Well,
like we find a formula, it's like you find the rhythm on a keyboard and then all of a sudden you decide like I'm going to hit pedals now. Like I'm going to start making some echoes, and it's like, boys, just
so the interception.
Let's let Xavier throw it this time.
but Xavier Thomas is a guy that is so invaluable to this team
Yep.
right now.
Yeah.
That's this dude. You want to talk about West Week's improvement? Xavier Thomas, I almost wrote him off. Whenever
yes.
Barryon Brown and Nick Anderson transferred in, it told me not only do we need depth, but they may not be sold on Xavier Thomas being the number one guy with Aaron Anderson and Chris Hilton. Going like now, he's our best player on offense.
I think before the season started, maybe all of us said, who's the odd man out? Xavier.
Yeah. And here he is. It's the punt returns are always going to be dangerous. If he has a couple steps, both of those guys, Barryon Brown and Xavier Thomas,
or he catches it.
he catches,
But like we take that for granted.
right? But like his end zone touchdowns lately, like I know it was his first touchdown, but at the end of last season, you started seeing it.
Right.
He's dangerous in the red zone. Like his route running is elite right now.
So
It's awesome to see.
he
him
looks
develop.
more physical. Just
Oh,
like he
that
looks
block,
like he looks
destroying that corner.
Yeah.
And that was the McLean guy. But Aaron Anderson is also that steady. Get him the
he's
ball.
steady Eddie.
He's so
You get
casual.
the same thing.
Every time we throw it to Aaron Anderson over the middle, and it's a great play. I'm just like, why don't we fucking try that every now and then?
Dude, I loved Brian Kelly's answer about Aaron Anderson. They said something. I don't know if this was this last.
I think it
press
was
conference.
Monday.
It was Monday.
I think yesterday.
Whenever it was, I watched it, and they talked about like, what's the difference in Aaron Anderson this year? What's he been doing? He's like, well, he's going to class. He's doing this. He's doing stuff at the right time, which would have never happened last year. It was like, whoa! Like, was he that much of a bad egg?
Yeah, no, I think it was that he woke up. He had a tutoring session, so he woke up
Yeah.
early to get his workouts in, and then do his 7 a.m. tutoring or something.
That
I think it
would
was Moscona
never
that asked
happen.
that, so I'm pretty sure that was Monday.
Oh, okay.
No, I agree. That was fun. And Monday he had to extra chum it up. He was just anecdoting everyone's like, let me give you a little
Let me give you an example.
story about that.
Love you guys.
Couple things. Oh, there's that
Love you
play.
guys. Love you,
Couple
Michael.
things.
Great questions today.
The interception that Nuss threw, that was on the drive that we had the big play.
And then Juwan Johnson
And
fumbled
Juwan
backwards for like
Johnson's
30 yards.
fumble.
Yes.
Terrible.
He fumbled.
But again,
And
that
so
was
it's
a
third
play.
and 27. No, I agree. That makes it even more like, why did you throw it? But what I'm saying is that was a drive that we were
We were there.
we were setting up to score.
No, that you
100%
end the
touchdown.
game.
It was
You're like,
awesome.
the
that's
game's
game
over for
over
sure.
right there. When the pass
And-
happens to
And then
Bauer
the
Sharp, you're
fumble-
like,
the
let's see
fumble
what
was worse
A&M's
than
doing.
I mean, I guess the interception prevented us from being able to kick a field goal, but the fumble took us out of doing anything.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Juwan,
And I was
it's
excited because
overshadowed
Juwan was
by
getting
how terrible the Nuss interception was.
yeah,
That we don't even talk about Juwan's fault.
right,
Yeah.
right. And the play before that,
So
which was
it's
a
just such
60,
an egregious pass.
a 60-something yard awesome. When is a tight end that we've had go for 60 plus yards? That was awesome.
I just kept thinking, like, would Tradez have scored?
Mm.
Like, is he that much faster than Bauer Sharp, or is Bauer Sharp actually pretty fast?
No, I think
think
Bauer
Sharp can move.
get moved.
I think he can move a little bit.
Yeah.
Not in those short yardage, like straight in speed. I
No,
think
like
he's
down
pretty
the
good.
I
Can't
mean,
get 2 yards when he needs it.
That was a lot
but
of yards. I mean, like he
Yeah.
booked it, and that was an awesome
It's
play.
a good route too.
Johnson got the ball knocked out. That was terrible. Like, here we go, right? And honestly, in years past, you fumble the football at LSU, like you're not going to play again.
So remember last
We're
week,
like,
so true.
I feel like Juwan's going to be steady Eddie again.
Oh, yeah.
So we need to be careful.
We made it a point last week. He had 1 touch last week. He had 5 touches this week. He didn't do anything.
We need to see more Barry.
He had a couple.
I think
long
we're
yards.
close to seeing Barry.
Yeah.
He's got to touch it this week.
I think this is
I
this
hope
might
he
be
touches
a Barry game, and then we see him at Ole Miss a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, I don't know that he's going to solve the offensive line problems.
No, absolutely not. But I think he can squirt through some of these holes and maybe get an extra yard or two with that speed and that burst that maybe Durham doesn't have right now. I don't know. I think Durham's playing hesitant football again. I think he's just not seeing it where he should. And when he sees it, he gets enough to like. And honestly, we had a lot of good runs. We really did have a handful of good runs on first down. We just after that it was over.
But
we were just like, all right, thanks.
The problem is we get 8 yards, and it's like, well, fucking punt.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I don't know. That's the scary thing. It's like I fully believe that this offense will be good enough with this defense to like win a bunch of games, get to the playoffs, all that. It's super concerning. And I said the same thing last week that we never get the third down that we need. Never.
Yeah.
Never.
No, we're trying to do too much,
especially in the second half.
We're not at full strength, number one. And on top of that, we're playing too many games. And this team, I think, will figure it out. Because
I do too.
They're too talented to not figure it out. Because if they don't, that is an abomination of a coaching failure.
Why don't we let Hankton call plays for a game?
Hankton's dunking with Xavier. and honestly, keep doing whatever you're doing with those receivers because those receivers are playing awesome right now.
Next hype.
Arion Brown's catch, I know he had like 1. It was awesome. Like to see that aggressiveness to go up and high point the football, get it down in a hurry, to get extra yardage. All these guys want to make a play on Sports Center.
There's a couple plays that I meant to like make a mental note. Now I can't come up with any of them now, but it goes to what you said. The wide receivers are busting their ass on blocks. Like all this team is not. It's just such a like unified, and even on offense, like Aaron Anderson and all these dudes are just hauling ass to make blocks and plays that they don't really need to, and maybe they would get fussed at a little bit on film, but no one would ever see it. Like it's just everyone's kind of doing the little things, and I really think it's going to come together. Like the 11 hats on the ball type.
Look
thing.
at the way he catches this football and tries to get upfield as fast as possible. Just like the effort of that transition, where it's not just like let me get my feet down and get knocked out of bounds. Like he wants to make a play.
Yeah, Xavier is obviously fast. Like all these guys, Barry and Brown has that like different type of speed where it's like we get the top end speed
quick,
fast.
Yeah, he's like a DB. Like he could be a really good corner.
And
probably.
We mentioned it earlier, but since we're talking about that,
he needs to hit that.
Bernard Gooden is just a freak of an athlete.
Absolute freak. And the fact that we have such a good rotation there where they're always fresh.
Yeah.
Like he's never hands on the hip. Like I don't have my energy. Like his step is always 100%.
We don't have any fat guys.
When if I'm an offensive
Kyle
lineman,
Williams said, "Get him out."
If I'm an offensive lineman and I'm battling with Jacoby and Guillory, and then like he goes out and all of a sudden 88 is trotting over, I'm like, fuck, man. Like I can't get a break here.
Yeah, I might need to catch a cramp.
Or Big Dom moves in there.
Big Dom, but it's different styles. It's like I got to adapt. It's like, oh, now I got to think about my play, but I'm also now having to adapt to the style that I'm going to have to block this different defensive tackle.
Then it's a third down, and Harold Perkins is going to line up over the center, and it's like, well, shit.
It's a nightmare. So I really think as we move along this season, like I don't think Ole Miss's offensive line is that physical. I think they're going to get the ball out the hands quickly. They're going to have exotic stuff, but like we're going to be in the face of the Simmons cat all night.
Yeah, if it's even him.
Hey, did he get hurt?
Yeah, he got hurt, and I think the backup was slinging it around. I did not watch any of that game because we couldn't score a touchdown. But yeah, I just can't remember seeing a defensive tackle be so quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just insane.
Chambliss, Trinidad Chambliss,
and I
hope that's him.
And he's got some power, man. Like
Yeah.
it's not like he's just quick and then they can spin around real quick and toss him to the ground.
It's
Like
just havoc every play.
is he the one that slapped Lagway's helmet?
Yes, I watched back and I was like, who were you? Yes, thank you for bringing
So
that
bad.
up. Yes, I'm pretty sure because it's like if you watch the play from the beginning, I don't think it could be anyone else with like from what you can see from the camera. I think it has to be him, and that seems so on brand.
On brand. I don't think anyone else would do that. Maybe I don't know, but it's certainly.
It's like when Michael Divinity tapped old Trevor Lawrence after they lost the national championship game. Yeah. Like that was a slap.
Yeah, it was a paw like over his face mask and everything. But like if he
was
would
going to catch us a
Yeah.
penalty one time,
and that's what's going to happen. Nuss is going to be like, "What the? Not Nuss, BK."
gotta
What the fuck?
let the boys play.
But I think if that flag would have been thrown and we still would have won this game, like we would have been highlighting Gooden's penalty as like the greatest of all time.
Yeah, 100%.
Like what a great penalty.
Yes. McElroy was pissing me off this game.
Yeah, he's regressed.
It's
Bad.
I don't know.
I used to really like McElroy, but lately he's just been like, yeah, you forgot about me? Well, here's all my facts. And I'm going to shove these facts down your throat in the middle of every fucking play.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know.
Now you're seeing what Lagway can do. He was like, he's got 2 picks. What are you talking about?
And he's wearing his roll tide. He's like, we're not dead.
No, we beat up on Wisconsin.
You know what's crazy?
There he is.
You know, like teams like Arkansas, they're scoring all these points.
Johnson wears a mouthpiece.
Notre Dame, Tennessee scoring all these points and they lose.
Yeah.
You play to win the game.
In years past, that's the game.
Oh, false start. Who was it? Weston Davis.
Years past, we were Tennessee and Georgia. We were Tennessee or we were Notre Dame, and we were in this shootout.
Yeah.
But we couldn't get a stop. Or even Arkansas.
Our
Shootout.
defense is going to win us games at some point, and we just saw it happen.
Yep.
Right?
You
Well,
can
yeah.
rely on the defense. Don't turn the ball over.
You
Score
can't
a little bit
do
more.
this all season.
Yeah.
though.
No.
The
And I
offense
don't know
is
if
like
it's a,
this isn't 2011.
If you are going to do this, you have to be able to control the clock, which means you have to be able to fucking pick up third downs.
Yeah.
Like it's as simple as that to me. Like
yeah.
And listen, with Nuss being hurt or whatever, that was
crazy.
That was a little abrupt tackle there. He kind of moved well and saw some of those openings.
Yeah.
And I know it's like a stretch because it's so bad last year where he never did it at all. So any positive yardage is like, let's go.
that's Leo.
There we
meme.
go.
Like, he's
His
running. I
pain
see it.
His pain is probably from the twisting, the
Yeah.
throwing motion versus just walking.
But he
and
also has a
running.
bum knee. So it's like,
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true.
like he's
It's like
guarding
Phillip
himself.
Rivers out there, just somehow always hurt.
And they
Joe
know
Flacco.
He very much is. He's a Tony Romo. He's always getting tossed around and can whip around. But like at the end of the day, they know if we lose him, we're done.
Yeah.
Like no matter how bad this looks right now, it's not like we can just run the eye right now.
You know what's crazy?
Maybe we can with Pyburn.
We have 6 interceptions on the season already. I know obviously we had 5, but we've got 6 total. We had 6 all of last year.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
gonna be
it's
one of
a-
those years.
It's an attacking
It's gonna be one of
secondary.
those years where we're gonna be like a couple years from now, like I'm gonna go back and watch the 25 defense
Yeah.
real quick.
DBU.
And honestly, I feel like the sack numbers are probably lower than it should be because
Yeah.
we get so much pressure that the dude has to like immediately
Just
run or
launch it.
get it
We've
away.
also been playing good quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Now listen, I know we made them look dumb, but
There are no Arch Mannings out there.
listen, Lagway and Klubnik were 2 of the most hyped quarterbacks in the country going into this, aside from Arch and Nuss. So the fact that we made both of them look silly, I don't think is going to be the norm for them the rest of their season.
Yeah.
Maybe Klubnik, I don't know. But the point stands that we're not going to be playing these elite quarterbacks every week. The
Yeah.
sacks are going to come up.
Yeah.
Like the Klubnik getting the ball out when he did several times, especially with Perkins on him, making a sack and getting rid of the football. Like he did that several times. I know he was called down for one of them where he got credit for the sack, but I don't think you're going to see that from all these quarterbacks moving forward.
Ty Simpson's not leaving the pocket like that, Michael.
Out of all the ones we have left, Ty Simpson might be the worst one. I mean, is Diego Pavia better than Ty Simpson? Probably.
Yes.
Is John Mateer better than Ty Simpson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Marcel Reed.
Is
Taylor Green.
Lenore Sellers better than Ty Simpson? Probably.
probably.
Taylor
Fair.
Green from Arkansas is playing.
Oh yeah, I
Pretty-
forgot about Arkansas and A&M. Never mind.
No, what I'm saying is
Reed's dangerous.
Taylor Green
Reed
is leading. He's second in the country in passing yards.
Yeah. So again, I think our chances at Alabama are better because of that. We'll see what happens there with them. But we have a job to do every week, and I think Ole Miss is that next one. I know we play Southeastern
2-0. Let's do 2-0 this next.
Come on, we're gonna see the same old bullshit next week. Don't expect to go to Southeastern, the Southeastern game. And all of a sudden, Chris Hilton's back.
Yeah,
I don't think that's happening.
No, you have to hope. For me, I hope it's like the defense gets a score or something. Maybe we get a special team score and we take a screen to the house and we can make it look pretty where it's 31-3 or 31-0 at half, and then Nuss can come out without his shoulder pads on, and we can, have a good old time and prep for next week. I don't know that that's going to be what happens.
I just feel like we've been in situations before, and maybe it hasn't been for a while, but as a fan of college football, I've witnessed it happen so many times where we go into these seasons and then like 3, 4, even 5 weeks in, we've established a narrative. And then looking back a year later, it's like, you remember, like we thought we sucked on offense in 25 until like mid-year and we just flipped it on. Like,
Joe Sloan takes the Texas job when Sark gets fired.
I don't know if that's the case here, but I feel like we have not seen our potential. And what we did against Clemson was close to our potential, and we haven't seen any of it since. I know it was more of a quick passing game against Clemson, but it was effective. They established a running game for the most part. Like, it was a very good game plan, and we executed it. La Tech was a sleeper, snooze fest.
Yeah.
Florida,
we can chalk that up to a letdown game.
Florida, really good defense, right? And we played a rough game. Right. We tried to establish this different game plan of slowing the game down, letting the defense take over.
That's a rugged group, Mike.
And I think that is fair.
It's not going to be. I don't think this is what we're going to see the whole season.
I'm not saying that Clemson and Florida are going to be the best defenses we face all year, but they're legit defense. Florida's given up two touchdowns in 3 games. Whatever it is.
Florida has NFL guys across every level of their defense, and so does Clemson.
All we heard was Clemson had like 3 top 10 on Kuiper's board. It's like.
It's the best defense we're going to see until Bama.
Yeah.
Who, Florida?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys were good.
South Carolina's defensive line will give me some concern.
But that's it. Like, it's not like top. They don't have like
the only other defense that can, I think, challenge us maybe is late in the year against Oklahoma, because
later in the season, sure.
We got a long way to go.
But I'm saying for the next handful of weeks, like looking back at Clemson and Florida, like you got through the toughest defenses for this first half.
Right.
Yeah. And so I'm never going to be, I'm not on Sloan's side here, but it's like I can give us a little bit of leeway here of like, again, we played 2 really good defenses. We could have had the hangover game. It's not great. I do think it's going to get better.
Fix this offensive line, period. Where the hell is Karius Kern? Can we get some competition? There's got to be competition because there's no accountability.
If Eccles can get in there, there's got
to be a right tackle, because it's so evident, not just nerds at PFF. Like, they destroy Weston Davis as well. Everybody can objectively see our right tackle is getting dominated.
Yeah.
So, like, at some point, let's test the waters, right? It'd be nice to have Lance Hurd, but test the waters and put Karius Kern there against Southeastern.
Is he hurt or injured?
I can't call it.
You're asking me?
Lingerer, man.
Can we
call it?
Yeah, totally.
Can we take a moment to? I know we don't do recruiting on the show anymore. I don't believe in high school recruiting, but when we land,
I think
a quarterback like Peyton Houston, I think it's worthy of a conversation. LSU lands Evangel quarterback 2027, Peyton Houston, top 10 quarterback in the country, maybe top 5 on some services. Plethora of riches in the state of Louisiana for high school quarterbacks. You've got Elijah Haven out of Dunham, 5-star. I think the number 1 quarterback in the nation as of the recent polls.
One of them, yeah.
At some point, he has been number 1 overall.
Sloan does it again.
You've got Peyton Houston, who has offers from everybody, but highly, highly recruited by Georgia, Oklahoma, and USC. Came down to USC and Oklahoma. We obviously pulled the trigger and told he had a committable offer forever. But I think at some point, the juggling match of, do you go Haven?
Yeah.
Do you go Peyton Houston? Do you go Nussmeier? And then as a total last resort, you have Malachi Ziegler, who is an SEC caliber quarterback as well in state. I think they didn't want to play the games with Haven. I think they said, this kid's good enough. He's more than good enough. If he wants in, we're taking him now.
Yeah.
And they pushed for him. He did a visit against Florida, soaked in that atmosphere right after coming off of an OU visit, stayed an extra day on Sunday. I think they put the full court press on him. They wanted their quarterback.
So we're not going after anyone else.
This is yours, right? So I think you're going to see Haven go somewhere else. And he was big on flirting with Florida. And then look what just happened, right? And then we take a commitment from Peyton Houston, who's like, hey, I'm not worried about it anymore. I'm not second guessing. I'm your quarterback. Talks of possibly reclassifying. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't
like that.
I want these guys to stay put. This is a smaller guy, but I think if you watch the films, elite ball thrower, actually pull it up at some point. Very much a Bryce Young style, 5'10", 200 right now, but can move really well. He looks like Cam Ward, but more in like a Bryce Young body.
I just like these Shreveport guys, especially the ones that are like, I want to be home, that make a statement.
Awesome.
Like, I want to come play for LSU.
It's awesome.
Because he could easily go to Arkansas. He could easily go to Texas, Mississippi. And he's like, nah, I want to play.
No, he was, beyond, he was going to Oklahoma or USC. Lincoln Riley was all over this kid. Like, this was Lincoln's pick.
I'm saying in the age of NIL,
he could go anywhere. I just don't think
thrown some money.
I think we're underplaying his value by saying he could have gone to Arkansas.
I get that. I'm with you on that.
But he could have.
He could have.
Yeah, he had offers from everybody.
But I'm just saying in
Kirby
general, Smart wanted this kid.
I'm making the point of like a Shreveport kid.
It's awesome.
Sometimes we lose them to Texas,
sure.
Arkansas. It's hard to get up there to them or them to buy.
He can whip it around. Now again,
I-10.
I'll believe it when I see the signature, and that's always how it is in high school recruiting. But even beyond that, I'll believe it when he takes a snap. Because he could sign with us and get frustrated that Colin Hurley all of a sudden is a dude.
He also,
that's a good thing to have.
You don't know these kids that well, but he also does not. In the short things I've seen about him, he does not.
He will grow. Stop calling him short. I'm not going to have it. Frankly, I'm tired of it.
5'10" is statistically above average.
Well, what about we all want to know, how does he speak?
He's a good.
How's his run? But no, what I'm saying is, I don't think he's in it for the attention. He's not in it for the money. He seems like the type of kid that's like, if I'm going to commit, I'm going to commit to where I want to go.
He loves to play quarterback. This kid's not a
it
prima
doesn't
donna.
seem like he's going to hold out and flip on signing day type of kid.
I agree. Unless we completely.
But what if the CEO of Oracle?
Like if someone offers him $12 million,
he's not a Bryce Young. I love Peyton Houston. He's not Bryce Underwood.
He's also not Haven either. Like I get what you were saying with that. Like he listened to him speak, watching him play. He's just, I'm shocked that he committed at this point in his recruitment.
And listen, Haven, with you. I don't know what's going on with that kid. Obviously he looks like a great player. Everyone loves him.
He's DJ Lagway.
But he's one of those, no. He's one of those guys that's like, I'm not, I really like Georgia. I'm really big
all over
Florida.
the place.
And, LSU needs to work hard to get me. And they're just like, all right, man.
There's enough quarterbacks in this class.
You're a high school quarterback. If we need someone immediately, we'll pay for it.
Yeah.
And we'll get it from somewhere else. If you want to get developed, if you like Joe Sloan, if you like Joe Sloan's a North Louisiana guy, I'm sure he's got connections. The Peyton Houston connection with LSU, it's a great fit. I'm really excited about it. We got our quarterback of the future. Lock it down. Let's go.
Speaking of recruiting, let's talk Jay Johnson.
He's
been knocking it out of the park.
Let's talk Dabo.
Check the chat, see if there's anything anybody
there's been some things in here, but we were just on a roll.
No, I just didn't want us to miss anything. I feel like
Chip is in the chat,
transitioning a little bit to the college football weekend, the week ahead type.
Caleb Jackson that bad where he can't see the field? Yeah,
but we put him out there and he's going to run into the line once and then have to go talk to Frank. Like, I don't know. It's like
he can't see it.
This is not the O line for him.
No,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like
this O line is just not.
It's
for me.
not going to. Coach, look.
Give it to him straight. Weston sucks. I can't do it.
Can't do it.
Play the kid. Play Harlem.
Clemson goes down to Georgia Tech.
Yeah, y'all want to go over some scores?
Surprise. Let's go over our picks.
Our picks from last week. Yeah, you sucked.
Didn't we pick mostly the same shit?
We all took Clemson.
Oh, I did take Florida, although I bet LSU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Appreciate-
bet
appreciate.
LSU.
You gave me the balls and courage, Brett, to double down on my LSU. I had like 9 LSU bets.
Oh, I would not have bet LSU minus 9.5 if Mike wasn't like, yeah, I need a bet. I was like, all right, fuck it. Like, there's no
I
chance
win.
I cover this.
Big
Big
win.
win.
I had a 8.5. I had a 6.5. I had a 4.5.
I had a minus 2.5 in a pretty big like alt line parlay. And then I was just like, I got $50 left, Mike. Let's chop it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously Clemson. What do we think about that? Let's go into
Look,
that.
like,
I didn't see the game. I don't know.
I watched a
it
lot
was
of the
a
game.
crazy game.
Clemson had opportunities and kind of shot themselves in the foot. Klubnik fumbled early. They
Really?
had a big play, and then Klubnik throws an interception on the goal line. Like it was a weird game.
Do they fire him? No chance.
No, you can't.
I
Made
mean,
the
if he goes
playoffs
like,
last year.
if he wins like,
What are you gonna do?
5,
Go
6
get
games.
Dillingham and be like, "Hey, you're Dabo now."
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. It's like we haven't lingered into the Les Miles territory. Like they've literally won like 8 out of 10 conference
Linger.
championships.
No, but if like I know Bama's like in this whole like we're back like after a week, but like the minute DeBoer loses to Georgia in 2 weeks, like they're gonna do the same shit and possibly to Tennessee, and then
I think DeBoer gets fired before Dabo.
that's what I'm saying. But do you think Dabo is like throwing his name in the hat at Bama, just like I want out?
I would assume if he didn't do it 2 years ago, because he
Yeah,
was
he
like,
wants
look, guys, like this is my spot. Now it's like you're telling your agent,
Yeah,
like,
they
hey,
don't appreciate me. I'm going home.
I'm more available than I used to be.
Right. And then he just clowns it up there. It's
Yeah, I'm like, I'm
nabbit.
honestly sign me up for that. Like, I think Dabo in the
Shit.
NIL era at Alabama, like Dabo got that drip with Roll Tide Willie
Yeah.
doing TikToks with Willie because he thinks that's what's gonna do it for him.
And then after like one season, they can him, and it's just like, well, shucks.
And then Dabo's now on like the ACC network calls.
yeah, the game's just changed. I couldn't keep up with this NIL stuff, the transfer portal. It's just not the same.
These kids,
It's not the Bama I grew up
Yeah,
in.
they
I'm 55. I'll go somewhere else and win.
I had to check that
I ain't
tweet.
going to the beach.
I swear I checked that tweet like 10 times before I sent it out because I was like, I'm getting got by Twitter. Like, there's no way
The
Dabo
No
really
3
said
account.
this shit.
No
Yes.
3.
Dabo will be. He'll be one of those guys that like is like a Mac Brown that's like floating around until he dies.
Pete
He's
Carroll.
gonna like disappear.
You realize Pete Carroll's still coaching the NFL?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's gonna do
That's
TV
crazy.
for like 3 years, just like kind of fall in the back, and then like UNC. He's like, I know what it takes to win in the ACC, boys. Belichick fucked you guys over,
Yeah.
and I'm here to save the day.
Yeah, and he makes like one like conference championship appearance.
Like it goes well the year one, and you're like, Dabo, we've
Yeah.
disrespected Dabo.
Belichick's players.
Felt bad. God, felt bad for Tennessee.
yeah,
What a
Now
that's
there was a point with like 6, 7, 8 minutes in the game. I don't remember if it was a turnover on downs or they got a fumble or something, but Tennessee was up like 5, and instead of just like trying to win the game, they ran it 3 times and kicked the field goal
Yeah.
to go 8. And I'm like, you just can't do that. Like you can't do that
Yeah.
against Georgia.
yeah.
It's just not
Well,
available.
before the final kick, before the first kick. Was it the first one before overtime? Maybe.
right here.
Well, they zoomed in on the kid.
Oh,
on
and
the
there was
sideline. I was
no
like, no
chance.
Like, that was it. Like I didn't even need to see him like kick a practice kick. They zoomed in on
the
those
helmet was
eyelashes and shit.
weird.
And I'm like, this is a little baby girl.
Yeah.
Like,
He had wide eyes.
Like, I don't know what's about to happen here. And he tried to act all confident, but that helmet looked like a like what?
It didn't fit. It was
No.
like his face was in the face mask. Yeah,
That's
that was
a tough
like
scene. That's
that
not
was
what you. I mean,
brutal.
Ramos scares me as well.
a little bit.
He scares me, but I'm trusting it more.
I'm of the belief that at some point this season we are going to like have to rush to try to get in field goal range, and we're gonna be like
He's gonna catch another cramp.
We're gonna be like 67 yards out, and they're gonna fucking trot Burris or Burrow. Burrell.
Yeah.
They're gonna trot his ass out there, and we're like, we've never seen a fucking kick a field goal. Like I think about this all the time. That
Dude.
like I feel like that's coming.
He
drills it from
Yeah,
70.
it's like what the fuck? Why hasn't this guy been kicking?
The good thing is on his kick at halftime was when Brian Kelly just got knocked out on the sideline trying to call a timeout because first off, Durham didn't get out of bounds. That was stupid.
Terrible.
But he tried to call timeout, gets bombarded. Then we got flags flying everywhere. So now you're like, shit. Because, dude, that could have been a 15-yard penalty on us. I don't know how it was offsetting. But anyway, we still line up to kick. Then we jump offside.
Yeah. No, I agree.
There was
false
one play where we
start.
had to call a timeout because Tylen Singleton wasn't on the field.
Well, that was another special teams. But what I'm saying is
And
on
he
the field
ripped-
goal,
Coach
he was
Ahmad.
in
Yes, sir.
his ass.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Austin
On
Thomas flipped the microphone up for that one.
on the field goal though, before half,
Get
he,
him, coach.
Getting his ass.
we had a false start. So it was that exact scenario where it's a false start, you got to go
Yeah.
back up 5 and try to do it again, and he
100%.
drilled it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just have this like recurring, it's not a dream, but like recurring thought
Recurring.
that we're just going to have to trot Burrell out there for some
It's awesome.
70-yard fucking attempt.
What do we think about Tennessee? Are they good? I don't
think
know how to
Tennessee,
decide that.
I
I
think
think they
Tennessee showed that they're at least like in the conversation. Like
Yeah.
they are in contender status.
They are who they've been the past few seasons.
with
they've been
probably a better
Heupel's.
quarterback.
Yeah, they've been Heupel's team.
Their
Georgia-
offense is putting up more than
Look,
I can't wait for this Oklahoma Auburn game.
Yeah, it could be a Tennessee defense or anything, but I mean, it was interesting to see Georgia just kind of throw a nice 40 spot up there. It was an interesting game. I think both those teams are going to be lingering around for the SEC championship
Linger,
bid. And
man.
Yeah, totally.
Linger.
I don't know,
Georgia-
that was an SEC game.
Georgia is starting to convince me that in this year where there's no clear cut, like I'm the guy,
rumors of Kirby's demise were greatly exaggerated.
this is when they're just like, yeah, we're automatically in the playoffs. And
Agreed.
we've been here before and we're going to beat fucking Utah. You know?
I mean, obviously, Ole Miss beats Arkansas. Miami destroys South Florida.
Miami destroying South Florida. I felt like I should have stood on my convictions and bet that.
Yeah, I had them like minus 12 in that alt line parlay. Like I didn't trust it. I
12 is comfy.
exactly. I
Yeah.
was like, look, man, I kind of want to root for South
was a good
Florida
one
a
to
little
tail.
bit here.
That one was fun to take.
What was the actual original line?
17 and a half ish.
Yeah. There was
Can I
some
say
line
something
movement.
crazy?
Yeah.
I think we should just hold our nose, don't watch and bet Florida this week against Miami.
I'm betting Florida. I do. I like that.
It's
Plus 7.5.
It's a rumors of my demise
Yeah,
type game.
I saw that earlier. I'm like, that's
Billy's last stand. Everyone's like Carson Beck.
everyone is
fucking
pumping Miami
Heisman,
way too high.
Miami,
right now.
the U, and then they fucking and look, man, this is gonna sound so dumb when
Or they
it's
could
42
crumble.
to
Or
3.
Florida could be like, Billy's done.
Exactly. It could be like
we have to throw this game.
It could be that they lay over and that it drives me nuts when teams fucking lose games and then they come in and they start talking shit. It's like Florida, you just lost. Like what are you doing talking shit?
What were they saying?
The pregame scuffle.
Oh, the scuffle.
But
I love Zach Weeks was all up in that scuffle. And
Oh
of
my
course,
God,
of
imagine.
course, Pyburn.
Pyburn. Guys,
Yeah.
we used to break bread.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's exactly what he was saying.
Big typo on
And
that
then
side.
I mean the biggest game, I guess, of the week that I didn't really watch much of because of
Wisconsin,
LSU game,
Alabama.
Wisconsin, Alabama, DeBoer's back.
That was
A&M gets it done
A&M,
on the
yeah.
road against Notre Dame. I wish I would have been able to watch that game. I wish we
that
were
one
up
was crazy.
23.
So I was.
How was that house?
I was on vacation with the in-laws, and they're obviously
Two.
Aggie fans. Huh?
What was your watch? We talked a lot about how you were going to have
Dual
to watch.
Oh.
Yeah, so just the two
Just
games.
the 2 games. Sound on LSU.
Really?
Big
That's
the
screen.
whole
It worked
time?
out. Whole time. He liked it. He was like, "This is a better game," and so like we locked in on that, and then our game finished.
Yeah,
and
you
he
had
was-
like a six-ish minute.
yeah, and
Oh,
he's
and then
like,
the best part of that game,
and
you
so
got
we
to
turned it
watch.
on full screen, and that's whenever my
Dang.
phone was like, "You got to get on this
The
fucking."
press
Yeah,
press
I was like,
conference."
Mike, I understand that you're in the thick of it. Put an AirPod in. Like I all hands
I'm
on
saving
deck.
it. I'm saving it. I went on the balcony by myself, like in the night skies,
laughing.
just like looking over the surf, just listening to Brian Kelly lose his mind. But the game was amazing. So we tuned in for the final few minutes of it. That was a bullshit flag that they threw to call back that kick return.
Yeah, I didn't I saw I was watching it, but I was more just in awe of Brian
the punt
Kelly.
return. Yeah,
Which would have given Notre Dame more time.
Sure, but
right?
like they had already scored. You know what I mean? Like
no, it was a kick. It was a kickoff.
It was a kickoff because they scored and missed the extra point.
It was right here.
So, but what I'm saying is like they scored, right?
Yeah.
So they didn't have to worry about driving down the field and scoring another touchdown and make the extra point to win it, etc. But they drove after that and drove all the way down the field. And that last second play, like that effort from that tight end to come down with that ball, that was a big win for A&M.
On fourth down, right?
And yet again, I'm sitting here trying to hate on Notre Dame, but it's also just like, God, they're so close to being good. Like I see glimpses of a good team there, but they're just getting beat.
Oh yeah, get ready for 10-2 Notre Dame.
10-2 Notre Dame is in.
We're in.
Absolutely in. And please give them to us.
But they're on the road.
They're flawed. They're not great, but I'm saying they're not bad.
Unless there's just utter chaos in college football, Notre Dame is a 11 seed going to a 6.
Yeah.
They're going to the third SEC team.
But A&M played a great game. That was
I wish
that was a big win for them. Like that's a huge win for their program. I don't know. Like this is not every week. I don't think they're their team. I think we're going to beat them at home. Like
I agree. I would feel a lot differently about that game if it were on the road. I just have confidence that it's going to be a night game in LSU, 17-1. The one loss may have been by 46 points to Jalen Milroe, but
so wait, here's a question. Is our win over at Clemson bigger than A&M's win at Notre Dame so far in the season? So
those
far in
two
the
lost
season.
teams.
That's a good question. I think our win.
I think being
week game earlier.
Like I think a week one. Yeah, it's like you have to show
like
up.
we get more credit.
There's no film.
Like that's a big. Like most people lose that game. Like that's very hard to win that game. Even you could be great this season, which we in the back of our heads were like, maybe we could be pretty good. But regardless, we're not beating Clemson week one.
And Notre Dame, if you think about it, they mishandled a snap,
and they had an extra. But Notre Dame Notre Dame already
fluke.
Had a loss, and so it was kind of like
to a top 10 team.
We knew for sure by kickoff that Notre Dame wasn't like super elite.
Yeah. And against Clemson, we didn't know. We were like, maybe this is the best team in the country.
Maybe they're going to win every game this season, and they're going to be the 3 seed. I know.
Yeah, they had the knowledge edge. We didn't have that. So I think it's
a big Elko win.
Great question.
I don't think there's 2 other teams in the country that have
that is the clear-cut answer.
That have played a road game. Between us and A&M, we're the only 2 teams that have played a big road game.
And they're going to get rewarded for it.
Yeah. We are being rewarded
100%. Absolutely. We said that. If we beat Clemson, like the rankings, regardless of how we look, they're going to keep us up there because it's such a big win.
Herbie, number 1.
Because they made Clemson out to be the best team of all time.
Right.
Yeah.
God, I hope they win some games though.
I think
they'll rally. They did it last year. They always so did Notre Dame. Notre Dame lost to NIU.
Yeah. Salute.
That's true.
And they made the national championship.
That's insane.
Let's look a little bit about this week and
wait, wasn't there? Yeah, let's look at that. I'm trying to see if there's one other game.
Let's look at that later.
Vandy putting the
that was shocking.
Yeah,
that was shocking.
Another game
I have to watch.
I didn't get to watch. Yeah,
that's the only other game. That was shocking. I didn't get to watch. I had it on the quad box, like it was on in my living room while LSU was playing, and I would just keep looking up, and I'm like, oh, it's 7-7. Oh, it's 14-7, and then all of a sudden I see the final 31-7. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Let's pick some games.
All right. You want to go to the picks or just to look at the overall?
Let's just go top 25 schedule.
I was going to say, I think the picks are. Did you already set up the games for the picks?
Yeah, I have the games.
I mean, I think those are the games we would circle and look at anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Let's just go to that. Right here.
Yeah, Texas Tech and Utah. I like this game. I'm going to watch this game.
Let me share it so that folks.
Because there's been a lot of hype about Texas Tech.
Yeah, that's a game I don't know much about either. I would just bet the over and enjoy.
Well, we got 58 and a half.
If you make me take a side, I would just take
I'm going to
That's
take
tough.
Tech.
I'll take Utah to just mix it up. I think
Let's see. Tech,
Although Utah's been in the news.
Utah.
it's hard to go into Utah and get a dub at 11
going-
a.m. Mike.
I'm going Utah, but that line sounds squirrely, man.
Where'd you come? Oh, she's been in here, huh?
I've been in here. But you mentioned it a few minutes ago. Super interesting game. Auburn at Oklahoma.
ABC 2:30. Auburn at number 11 Oklahoma. 22 Auburn going to Oklahoma. Jackson, what's his name?
Arnold.
Jackson Arnold goes home.
Revenge game.
Arnold.
This is
Helga Pataki.
this is Auburn's week. This is when Oklahoma becomes a fraud. This is when
I'm taking the Jackson Arnold revenge game also. Give me Auburn.
let's go.
All right, I'm gonna have to go.
I'm gonna have to hear it when they get blown out.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, and I
It's
don't
not
know
gonna
that-
happen.
I don't know that this game necessarily proves anything.
No, it's
To
their little
me,
moment in time.
yeah.
It's their who was the Auburn quarterback that was like God, he was that transfer from
Robbie Ashford.
no, he was a transfer from Baylor
Bo Nix.
before that. Chip in the
I
chat.
know
What
exactly
year?
who you're talking about. Stetson
Bennett.
No, what was his
Not
name?
Stetson
Georgia.
Bennett.
He had a
What
name
year? What
like
are you
that.
talking about? When?
Dude, I'm trying to remember.
He played. I think
It
he
was
played in
before
the
Bo
NFL
Nix.
for a minute.
Cox. Remember we met him.
No,
in
Stidham.
Grand Isle.
Stidham.
Stidham. See, I was there. Jared
Oh
Stidham.
yeah, from Baylor.
Jared Stidham.
Jarrett.
That's you remember when Jared Stidham had like a game?
Samsonite.
I was way off when he had a game or two
Yes.
where it was like he's the best. Like
Yeah.
I feel like Jackson Arnold's going to be that type of guy where it's like he doesn't do anything great, but he won a game or two that you remember. And I feel like this is one of those games. Auburn
it's
at
so
Oklahoma.
dumb, but I keep,
Because all eyes are going to be on this material.
yes, I keep picturing as I'm like watching these SEC games and stuff, like how the Netflix show is going to go. And I just feel like we're seeing our boy Hugh Freeze crying in this game. Like we're catching some tears on Netflix in the good way.
Yeah, they popped somebody this year, and I think Oklahoma's who they pop.
Yeah,
-6.5. I like that. Tulane at Ole Miss.
I put this one on here.
Why did you put this in?
Because that's the
There's
two
other
fan bases
games.
that are like the most.
I'll just say look
Similar.
ahead game and take Tulane, even though I would probably.
I got
And
I
Tulane's
I
3-0, they're
Ole
both
Miss.
3-0.
I like Ole Miss.
By the time Saturday
11
rolls
and a half.
around and I'm scrolling FanDuel, I'm not taking Tulane.
11.5. Lane is going to be like just hammering the playbook up by like 7, fourth quarter with 2 minutes left. Like get another touchdown.
Yeah, give me Ole Miss.
Michigan at Nebraska is a wonderful visual color game when it
Yeah.
comes to uniforms. Like it is classic. This is classic Big Ten college football.
CBS.
This is like I this to me is like watching LSU in Florida with the color contrast, with the rivalry game, just classic football.
Helmets.
It
The helmets are
feels-
awesome.
It feels like it's going to be a bigger game than in reality it is.
100%.
I
It's
agree.
not going to be a great game. And I don't know what to call here at all.
Breaking
You
news.
got breaking news?
Shabar Jaluk gets 3-game ban for the LSU scuffle.
Oh God, I forgot Jaluk was out there.
That's so funny. 3-game ban.
That's crazy.
Damn.
I forgot about Jabbar Jaluk.
So did I. That's a name I hadn't thought about much.
He's not winning many of these recruiting battles. For
Also,
kids.
Mateer and Beck take over as Heisman favorites.
Yeah,
Fair.
it's just the MVPs of
It's
the week.
inevitable.
But it's fair.
100%. I cashed out
Yeah.
of all of them.
I mean, Nuss is going to have to do some work to sneak. I mean,
Yeah.
if LSU keeps winning, he'll end up being around. But I mean, we're
He has a chance to play one of those guys.
We're talking about him sitting out a couple weeks. Like he's not. Like you got to really
I
spit
think
out.
I
the
asked
tape.
this question: would we rather Nuss a Heisman or a national championship?
I mean, at this point,
yeah, I'm all set on Heisman.
yeah, I think we're good. We just got Peyton Houston.
Can we get Harold
right.
Perkins the Heisman at this point?
Michigan at Nebraska. Michigan -2.5.
I really want to take Michigan, but I think I'm going to take the home team.
oh,
That's a weird.
If you take Michigan, I'll take Michigan. Let's bet them right now.
I'll take Michigan -2.5.
God damn it! They're doing that, so I have to take Nebraska.
And they already burned me this year.
$1,000 on Michigan. Let's put it in.
Oh God,
I'm going Nebraska.
can't do that.
I'm going Nebraska. That line.
But see, here's the problem. I want to root for Nebraska.
Is that really what the
Yeah.
line is for Florida Miami?
So this, it must have. It's not. It's 7 currently.
Whoa, that's a big diff. What's going on?
It's 7.
Are the other ones accurate?
It's 7.5. Wait,
Chip,
it does say
check on
7.
FanDuel and check these out.
I did this all this morning.
Oh God, it swung that heavy. What do they know?
But I don't know if it's
It opened
actually
at
moved.
3?
I don't know if it
Yeah.
actually opened at 3. Did it? Because I don't. When I put this stuff together, I'm copying and pasting all kind of stuff.
They
I'm not
heard,
manually
no,
typing.
they
this
heard
in.
that Nuss was hurt, and they're like, that wasn't.
I'd put my mortgage on Miami -3.
Did you see -3?
No,
this
it was on the
morning?
fucking screen.
I know, I'm
oh, no,
asking
I
if
haven't
we've
looked at any
seen-
lines. I live in a.
I saw 7.5
Earlier.
this morning.
See, I don't know where I saw that on the thing. I need to go fix it.
I live in a world now where I don't really look at the lines all week
Yeah,
like I
everything
used
is-
to, and I wake up early as fuck on Saturday morning, and while we're getting ready for soccer practice, I just scroll.
Now, I
FanDuel.
think what could have happened here is I've been using some ChatGPT to put together some of my schedule
man.
now to save some time, and that could
Yeah,
have
you
been,
you got to pay for 5.
or Grok.
that could have been some of the
Grok, Grok's a dangerous one.
but it is 7.
He's the AI that you got to watch out
You gotta
for.
keep an eye.
It
out
is
for
7.5, but 7.5 is still an interesting number.
No, yeah,
regardless.
I mean,
three
I like
three would
Florida.
be wild, but
Florida plus 7.5.
this is a cover your eyes, don't watch. You have to. Yeah, you bet Florida.
give me Miami.
Must be nice. Must be fun.
Must be nice to be a fucking square.
Dude, y'all are the ones betting with each other.
No, it's just I don't
Separation.
know, man. That's just
Is-
weird things happen in college football where the teams that
Yeah.
are
This
allegedly
one's-
supposed to be awesome and the team that everyone wants to fire their coach. It's just weird.
Well,
things
that's the
happen.
point of preseason rankings. It just throws shit off for a while.
And this one's actually 5.5.
Is
Oh, it
IU
did open. It did open at 3.5. So it is
dumb
5.5
question.
now.
Is
It moved.
IU Illinois or Indiana?
Illinois
It's gotta be Illinois,
in this
right?
game.
Indiana is favored.
UI.
U of I, IU,
That's
Ooey
right.
Pooey,
That's right.
Wait,
IUPI.
Right? Indiana is favored in this game.
What?
Yeah, IU is Indiana.
Well, yeah,
It would say ILL if it was Illinois.
That's correct.
So
Dumb question.
Indiana, it's not a dumb question, but I'm just telling you, it's just
Appreciate
not a
that.
smart question.
No, I appreciate that. I'll take Illinois.
yeah. Sign me up.
I'll take Indiana.
I'm gonna have to go with.
You don't have to do that, dude.
No, I know, but I wanted to go with them regardless. I picked all favorites. Favorite.
All
No,
right,
there's
so-
not a favorite.
So we
Oh,
need to bet them,
Jesus.
right?
Yeah, parlay.
Yeah, so we are gonna do a parlay of everyone's favorite pick. We all have to parlay it. All 6 of these.
Okay. Any other games that are on tomorrow that look good?
Not I wish it was
Tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Jeez.
Tomorrow.
It's only Tuesday,
LSU
man.
Southeastern. Tennessee plays UAB.
Is there a line for our game? What is our
Oh,
line?
it is on Big Ten. That's weird.
No.
No, it didn't. There is no line. I looked
Okay.
this
I
morning.
figured
I'm
there
sure
wouldn't be.
something will come out later, maybe. But
That's terrible. Oregon.
Also, just
34.5.
Tennessee might be a team you just have to bet whatever the fucking number is. Like these -40s against UAB and stuff. It might be one of those where you just like they're
Thanks.
going to score 72 points anytime they can.
was that
Thanks.
say Conrad?
Thanks, Cortland.
Cortland. Thanks,
Yeah,
Court.
shout out Cortland.
Ezra. The biggest issue is Billy should have benched Lagway. If they did, LSU probably would have lost, to be honest.
I mean, that's kind of
Terrible coaching. I don't know, Ezra.
What do you know? What do you know about Florida's backups?
I don't know.
Someone did ask Billy Napier if like the 3rd and 4th string guys should get 1st string practice reps to like get better or something. Billy was like, "What?"
They were asking him this recently?
Yeah, like on yesterday.
Dude's
on
trying
Monday.
to find a real estate agent.
Yeah, I see. He's double checking that contract to see if the buyout's paid all at once or in installments.
Is that Lane's job? I feel like we say this every time. Your
I
job,
thought
whatever.
Lane would have like jumped on that job. My only hold up to saying 100% yes is if you're Lane, are you lingering for Alabama?
Like, what else is he waiting for?
Alabama.
man.
Yeah, totally.
Linger.
Because if
Yeah, he would go to Alabama.
well, he wanted that
I'm a
job,
new
and they
man.
went with DeBoer. And I'm sure if you go fire the outside guy, the thought from the minds that make the decision is like, we got to go back. Who's a guy? Sark, you in? No. Fuck it. Let's just go with Lane.
Mm-hmm.
Kirby, you down? No. Let's just go with Lane. Let's not get cute here and take Dillingham from Arizona State or something wild. Thank God Dan Lanning didn't want to go to Alabama.
Oh my God, yeah, great coach.
I like him.
Shout
All right.
out Law Ricks in our YouTube comment last week.
Law Ricks.
Yeah, right here on the screen.
Got it.
At Law Ricks.
That sounds like a player that we missed.
That was Eli's
No, Kendrick Law. Never mind.
cousin.
Go ahead.
Y'all are just some homies who love LSU football, talking shit and having fun. Keep it up, fellas.
Preach. Another great episode.
That was actually the subject line in this pod for while it was being broadcast.
Oh boy, fun weekend.
Fun weekend. We're already
Dude,
almost a month
wait,
into the football
Wait,
season.
we did a little bit of story time. All these games, right? Got a wedding. I've got a wedding in
This weekend?
Alexandria.
Honestly, this is
Southeastern game.
if you're gonna have a wedding during the season, this is one of the
Yeah.
few weeks. Like I think week 2, I guess last week was like it turned out to end up being a better week, but it's like this one.
Listen, you're
it-
going to see
it
the
plays.
game at some point.
Here's the problem: is the following weekend I have another like a family outing, and that's the weekend.
No, that's
no.
Ryder Cup
Yeah.
on top
That's
of
the
on
that's
top of
everyone plays
everything.
that. Penn State,
It's everything.
Oregon, I think's that week.
Yeah.
Like
No, I'm with you. So the weekend of the you
That's
got
the
you
one
got
everyone-
you got to
the
catch COVID,
following-
my dude.
the following weekend is what everyone has circled on their calendar as the weekend.
Yeah, like we're smoking meats on Saturday.
Yep.
I'll be in Pensacola, I think.
That'd be good. No, that'd be good. You just have to find yourself a television.
I'll be
but
with Florida State.
The good thing
Yeah,
is
you'll
you'll
find
have
some
like 7
crew to-
Rokus in your book bag.
He'll find some opposing fans to chumming up with.
I was at this resort and hung out with Clemson fans all weekend.
They think we're good.
They like what Brian Kelly's got cooking. He's no Dabo.
But they don't know what we got. We got an arsenal. Yeah, you'll be around for the playoffs. Imagine that. Imagine making the
November's your
playoffs, man. We
season,
finally get to watch a playoff this year and be in it.
I know.
Let's get there.
I really hope we like linger. Yeah. We like slip ourselves into that like third best SEC team and we get that like 11-6 matchup at home. That would be sick.
It'd be awesome. 1 week at a time. 1-0. We'll be back. Over and out.
See ya.
Across the street from your storefront cemetery, hear me hailing from inside and realize I am the conscience clear. You paid your ecstasy. You are all we might be. Up on the same staring at the sun. Oh, my voice, you know, savoring now, staying in the sea. Oh, I'm all there, and then I'll go down. Your mouth is open wide, the lover is inside, and all the tumult's done. Collided with the sun, you're staring at